My name is Emmanuel Pastreich, Director of the Asia Institute, and we're continuing our discussion with Dr. Akima Umezawa, Deputy Secretary General of the Trilateral Cooperation Secretariat here in Seoul, Korea, which handles cooperation between Japan, Korea, and China. And we're discussing the increasingly important role of the Trilateral Cooperation Secretariat here in Asia. So maybe I could ask you, Dr. Umezawa, a little bit more about the Trilateral Cooperation Secretariat and its concrete role. Well, I guess the question is, at the beginning, when the Trilateral Cooperation Secretariat was established, there were those, I think, in Japan who were not quite sure exactly what its role would be, and the question whether what its continuing responsibility would be. Do you feel that there's a strong consensus now in Japan that this secretariat plays a vital role?
At least we have a legal document under the international treaty ratified by three governments. And we have two purposes. The first one is to facilitate operation of the trilateral consult mechanism, including the summit meeting and minister meeting. And the second purpose or function is to explore the implementation of the cooperative project. These 2 points are the prime function the three governments agree. So both points we have already established 20 minister meeting, and also we have a lot of corporate projects. So that means the what Japan committed 5 years ago is now we are enjoying such kind of the function through the trilateral cooperation work.
Well, it's very exciting to see in education, environment, in technology, in academics, research, and in trade and finance, in many different sectors, that there's a very concrete effort to establish norms for cooperation.
One of the most recent establishment is to launch the trilateral education ministerial meeting held in January this year. And one of the agreement is to establish the Campus Asia. This Campus Asia stands for, sorry, I have to, collective action for the mobility program of university students, which provide government support for the education to train the next leader of Asia. And the actual program, the Campus Asia, implement 16 consortium, each of which are composed of 3 universities nominated from each country. And this program offers the student the first joint degree curriculum. And the second is provide opportunity to study in all 3 countries. So that is the remarkable step for the cooperation in the educational field.
And there are increasing number of universities that are involved.
Previously, until last year, we have 10 consortia. And this year, in September, we established 16 consortia.
Well, that's very impressive because, of course, when Campus Asia was launched, many people were worried that it wouldn't last very long, but it's actually now been very strongly established as a sort of a viable program. But let me ask you a different question. There are some people who express some concern about Japan, that Japan has become a little bit more sort of focused on domestic issues and not as sort of assertively engaged internationally as it was before. Do you think that that's a concern? I mean, or is it a misunderstanding about Japan?
At least I can say that kind of observation is kind of the 3 or 5 years ago's Japanese observation. Of course, we had especially when we suffered from the lost decade or lost decade. Since the Japanese economy, Japanese bubble economy collapsed in 1990, definitely Japanese focus is domestically to it. But now the Japan reconstruct and rebuild, and even enjoy the emerging Japanese economy. So
Right.
that means we have now rebuilt the Japanese new brand of the revival of the economy as well as the engagement in the international community.
I have certainly noticed that Japan has been much more active and much more engaged here with Korea, Japan, and with the United States. So finally, in terms looking towards the future, what do you think, what field do you think Japan may make the greatest contribution globally? What do you see as Japan's new sort of global role?
Yeah, Japan should make the play a role using a Japanese cutting edge. One of
Right.
the example is the art of the efficient design and
Efficient
manufacturing.
design.
So that means the such kind of sustainable development
Right.
makes a good contribution in terms of the adaptation to climate change as well as global warming. And that kind of the spirit or perspective of sustainable development, at the end of the day, the contributes every area of the poverty reduction, water protection of the air pollution, and disaster management of the Japanese cutting edge. And I also hope the Japanese experience of the aging society,
Right.
tackle the addressing the aging society, such experience might be another contribution to the global community.
Right. Well, it's very exciting to think about what Japan's role going forward might be. Thank you very much, Dr. Umezawa, for joining us today. And thank you, everybody, for joining us here on Asia Today to discuss Japan and Korea and East Asia's cooperation going forward.
Yes, thank you, Professor. Thank you very much.